Hello, beautiful souls. Please watch this entire video. It is quite long, but well worth it. This is a letter I received saying I don't qualify for a government position due to the fact that I have epilepsy and I have not been seizure-free for 10 consecutive years. A lot of us facing unforeseen medical conditions and circumstances are robbed of our lives, and I'm trying to bring awareness and change to that. So y'all saw that, right? I'm not tripping. That shit said 10 years, right? Okay. Real quick, backstory, as minimal as possible. I'm a 34-year-old woman who has raised both of my children entirely alone. Aside from my mama. Thank you, Ma. Appreciate you. Worked extremely hard until I was 16. I've held many positions of management and many roles in which I was leading a team. My skill set is impeccable. My work ethic is out of this world. I am determined. I am trustworthy. I'm reliable. I'm honest. Now, my entire career consisted of doing advocacy work, working with the youth who are heavily involved in the judicial system, advocating for change, working with gun violence prevention, working with people to kind of rewire their brains, to understand that you do not have to be a product of your environment. Given the right tools, you can navigate appropriately. So I've dedicated my life to helping people who come from where I come from, aka the hood, which is no place to come from if you don't want to challenge or to deal with loss and life and death and all types of bullshit. So anyways, that's what I've done my whole life. 6 years ago, give or take, epilepsy decided to invade my life randomly. I just had a seizure one day out of nowhere, no clue where it came from, woke up in the hospital, no recollection. And by seizure, I genuinely mean one that is grand mal, they would call it now. Or I think the name has changed, but it's full body, lose consciousness, just wake up hours later having no clue what really happened and feeling completely lost, unaware, and out of it. So I dealt with this for 2 years. Then I did some herbal approaches, the more holistic route, and was clean for 2 years with no seizures, no experiences of them. Then suddenly, one day I was driving with one of my best friends in the car, and I crashed 2 seconds before we got on the highway. So I could have killed the both of us, rightfully so. I could understand why my license was revoked due to an immediate medical threat, because I in fact was one, but not by choice, right? So whatever. I ended up getting on medication, take the medication. I'm like, cool, hopefully this works. I still was battling with the epileptic experiences, still dealing with dosage amounts and all that stuff. And unfortunately, for the next 2 years, I had multiple seizures, multiple concussions, multiple hospitalizations, bit through my tongue countless times, broke a ton of things. I just went through absolute hell. And amidst all that, I was still expected to maintain some sense of livelihood on my own. I lost my job. I was fired, obviously due to not being able to fit the role appropriately due to medical reasoning. I did not qualify for any benefits or assistance. I did not qualify for Social Security that I've been paying into my entire life because I was not epileptic enough and I didn't have a severe enough case, which robbed me of everything, of my freedom, of my time, of my money, of my work, of my light, of just being who I was, because I was in this dark place of being very confused about how and why my life got to this point and what the fuck was I gonna do next. So I did an array of medications and found one, started to see some benefits of not having seizures as frequently. And missed all this, I was in the process of buying a home. So in between hospitalizations and biting holes through my tongue, I was able to close on a home finally that was close to a bus stop for my kids to walk, so they could make it to school, because I'm a single mom again, and I had support from my mom and family and friends and people, very limited around me, but it was limited help and it was at their discretion and while they were available, rightfully so. So I think it's fair to say that the past few years have been indeed chaotic. I finally got some peace, been seizure free over a year, which if you have any type of experiences with epilepsy or seizure disorders in any sense, you understand that a week is amazing, a month, wow, 6 months, crazy, a year, holy fuck. So it's just yeah, I'm really happy about that, It took me 2 years to get my license back, give or take. Multiple hearings, multiple letters, countless doctors, fighting and fighting and fighting. Like, I can do this, I can drive again, because I needed to, even though I was pulled over at one point and got in trouble and had to go to court because I was driving without my license, but I had no help. My daughter was sick and I was just going to get her some medicine from the store. So I ended up getting in trouble for that, which later got dealt with, and the judge ended up dropping it and I just had to pay a fine. But again, no resources, don't qualify for any benefits, no help at all, just struggling, trying to figure out how the fuck am I going to survive. Post-epilepsy experiences now at this moment. It's been a year and some change, like I said. Just got my license back last July. I've applied for countless jobs. The one I really wanted was with a government company, which I can't disclose because it signed an NDA. And I went through every assessment. I went through every test, every medical requirement that you could think of. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. I got a letter in the mail, which you guys just saw, saying that I failed the medical due to the fact that if you have any type of epilepsy diagnosis, then you cannot work here unless you've been seizure-free for a consecutive 10 years. 10 years, I will be 44. Anyways, I applied to a few other jobs. The same day that I got this information about that job, I was also told by another job, which was involving case management, outreach work, and working with, people in the city and urban cities and trying to distill change in some way or support them, that I did not qualify because of my driving record, because I've only had my license for a year and I was an immediate threat at one point, and you have to have a clean driving record to qualify for this position. So now that's 2 jobs that I was really aiming for and looking forward to and hoping for to help supplement income right now, because I did start my own business and I do holistic healing and sound healing, and I make products like CMOS products that are just amazing for your body. They're all Reiki charged, super organic, like great for you. However, I have had some complications with equipment. I've had some complications with being motivated to continue to do these things, given just all the challenges I face and have faced. And it's just overall challenging. Like, it's not an easy thing to do, to move forward in life and just be like, yeah, got this. And I'm pretty positive. I'm like a positive Polly. But life is fucking real, man. And this shit is tough. And I have 2 kids to raise that are pretty grown now. My daughter just turned 18. She's about to graduate. My son turned 17. He'll be graduating next year. And it feels good because I did that. But I still have to support them. I still have to pay my mortgage. I have to pay for food. I have to pay for my car insurance, cell phone bills. I have to pay the gas, the electric, the light, the water. Not to mention that taxes go up. Not to mention that bills are increasing and inflation is real. Now I don't qualify to work the only jobs that I know how to work. And now I have to lessen my expectation and the value of my work and get paid less because I'm not qualified to do what I do and what I love to do. And I think that's some bullshit, because nobody asks for unexpected medical conditions to come into their life and rob them of their freedom and themselves. And I attempted to start a non-profit. The idea is to support people, specifically, of course, my heart is with epileptic experiences because that's what I dealt with, but to support them for 6 months to a year with their salary base to help them get through when they don't qualify for help that they really, really need. And I'm just in a pickle, and I'm sick of acting like a fucking fairy, and like, this shit isn't tough. It fucking sucks, and it makes me angry. And now more than ever, given just the state of the world and like, DEI being completely wiped, I'm like, okay, so I'm viewed as someone who needs to be inclusive and deserves equity and experiences a disability, and now people don't have to hire me and they can ask me these questions, and if I'm dishonest, then I won't get the position. So there's a few things I'm mad about right now, but most importantly it's that, because it's challenging. And I'm just hoping that this video reaches people and brings awareness. I'm going to start being more vocal. I'm a writer, I'm an artist, I'm a business owner, I do an array of things. And I guess I'm going to tap into those and hope that I can supplement the salary I was making when I was working with what I can offer the world, whether it be with knowledge, support, poetry, words, advocacy, whatever it is that I'm going to do. If you see this, can you like it? Can you comment? Can you share it? Can you help me get to a point where I can be that change that people need as well? And the encouragement and the strength behind everyone who doesn't have it at this moment. And it's not just for epileptic experiences, it's anyone who's been challenged with medical conditions that rob you of yourself, of your freedom, of your jobs, and you're still expected to function normally in this absolutely fucked up society, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. So I have attached the GoFundMe page that I made in hopes to start with something to build some sort of system for people who need it most. So I'm Ashley, and thank you for listening. I appreciate you, and yeah, hopefully we can be the change that we need.